Hi, my name is Kaitlyn Doyle, and I'm a staff writer for the Prowler, and I'm here with Coach Flowers from the volleyball team. So I heard that you guys lost a few seniors last year. So how are you guys readjusting with that this season?
Yeah, we did lose 4 seniors who were all pretty instrumental in our play, and so one of the ways that we replaced it, we had a good talented group of freshmen, so we're actually playing 3 freshmen right now, which they have a lot of skill, but just have a little bit of learning curve from going straight from middle school to varsity level volleyball. So we're just trying to continue to practice hard, work hard, and hopefully be able to be in the right mindset and right talent level by the time the end of the season gets here.
Have the roster changes affected y'all's team chemistry?
Not really. I think that there's been good and bad. There's been things that have improved from last year and some other things that we've got to continue to work on. But more than anything, it's the seniors that we lost last year were seniors who had played on the varsity team for 3 or 4 years. So there was a kind of a big shift in sort of the usual people on the court. But these young players that came in this year, I think they'll be kind of setting the same trend that they'll be on the court a good bit for the next 3 or 4 years. So.
What do you think about the standings right now?
Well, right now we start region play tomorrow, so we'll know after tomorrow we'll have had 2 region matches against Northgate and Whitewater, and we'll be able to see kind of where we stand more so than the top 10 right now is 6 out of our 7 teams in the region are ranked in the top 10 in 5A, and so it's definitely the most competitive region by far in the state, and we just don't really know yet. We played McIntosh earlier in the season and lost to them, but otherwise we haven't played anybody else yet outside of the region to see kind of where we stand with them. But I think that we're right there in the mix. Have an opportunity to do well and hope to do that starting tomorrow.
I've heard that there's a lot resting on this upcoming match. How have you guys been preparing for it?
I'm just trying to stay focused on what we do well. We definitely look at other teams and see where we can expose their weaknesses, but at the same time, if we're doing what we do best, then we'll be okay. So we've just been continuing to practice on the same things that we're working on, and at the same time try to balance that with a little bit of scouting, a little bit of opponent preparation to see what we need to adjust specific to them.
What kind of things have you guys been adjusting, based on your weaknesses this season?
It's location on defense, like where are we setting up? Are we setting up in the right place at the right time? Where we hit in volleyball, there's either hit line or hit cross, and a lot of teams kind of leave the line open, and it's one of the harder shots in volleyball. So they leave that open and kind of make you prove you can hit it before they start defending it. So we've been working on trying to hit that so that we can hopefully be able to sort of force teams into not knowing where we're going to go. And then our serving is big, so we work on serving most every practice. And then also serve receive, so taking the other team's serve is big for us, so we work a lot on that as well.
Speaking of that, what do you think your team's strengths are?
I think our strengths are in our offense. We've got big hitters, we've got good setters, and when we get a free ball, we try to take that opportunity as much as possible to earn a point on that. When the other team isn't able to attack but just kind of send the ball back over, I think we've done a good job of that. I think we're pretty consistent on our serve. We haven't missed that many this year. We had a couple matches where we struggled, but overall our serving's been pretty strong. And I think also just our just overall talent and ability. We've got plenty of people who aren't getting as much playing time as others, but are still ready and capable to step right in if there was an injury or if there was something else going on, that they could step right in and play at just about the same level as the others. So,
do you think these upcoming games have affected your team's mentality at all, like the pressure?
I think it's helped them to start getting a little more focused. We at the beginning of the season we had 2 weeks that we missed because of quarantine. We had some players who tested positive, and so we missed a good 2 weeks. We came back to practice for 1 day before we started playing matches, and normally we would have had 2 weeks of preparation. So a lot of our figuring things out in preparation for region has happened while we're playing matches. So there's been some that we haven't done as well in, but others that we've kind of seen what we can do. So I just hope that as things have progressed, hopefully now this part of the season, our hard work after those 2 weeks will start showing up.
Yeah, what do you think your team has improved on the most throughout the season?
Yeah, I think that we've improved on communication. I think that was a big thing that early on with the new players and new people hadn't played next to each other as often or ever at all. And so our communication early on was a little bit lacking. So as they've played together more, had more opportunity to be next to each other and learn each other a little bit better, the communication's gotten better and how they are able to communicate on the court.
So I know you guys are about halfway through your season. Mm-hmm. So do you think that, or what do you think about y'all's preparations for going to regions?
Yeah, I think it's just the same thing that we talked about already. Just staying focused on what we do well, making sure that we're controlling the things we can control. We can't control bad calls by an official. We can't control how another team's preparing or playing at the time. And so we just have to really be dialed in on what is it we're going to do to try to win the match. And I do think that as we've progressed through the season and as we continue on, we're just going to continue to get better each week and hopefully peak at the right time towards the end of the season.
So good things coming.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, thank you very much,
You're welcome.
Coach Flowers.